Hello and welcome to Aiden and Cooper's Movie Castle Dash Come On In. How are you doing, Cooper, my friend?
I'm alright. It's early, but I'm alright.
It's early in the castle. We're in a different room of the castle here with a different setup.
Yeah.
And we're excited to bring to you the latest and greatest of our home entertainment and theatrical entertainment. This is exciting.
We're making art in real time.
In real time.
In real time.
This is beautiful. This is what it's all about. You know, you look around, and you say this is what it's all about. We're gonna talk about Thunderbolts Asterix, and by God, it's been rebranded. You've been seeing all that?
I have seen it. They've already changed it.
Isn't that whack?
It is whack. I don't know if I've ever seen that before.
Because it's the last. It's like the last bit of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Very last bit, and I think it'll be a strange prism to watch the movie through. You know, people that go in only knowing the new title.
Yeah.
It's strange.
It is.
But it's also kind of a smart marketing push to get the second weekend a little stronger, I guess.
Yes.
I don't know.
It's done well though, thus far.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think it's at like 170.
Yeah, it has done a lot better than I think I expected for a Thunderbolts.
It's done better than Captain America, I think, for sure.
Beautiful. That's what I like to see. Maybe because it's just it's a better film.
Perhaps. Yes, I think that is true. I think that is true.
We're going to talk about the phases 4 and 5.
4 and 5, yes.
As a whole.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause that's all the post-Endgame stuff, and we're going to rank those motherfuckers.
Are we including the Spider-Man film Far From Home?
I didn't. We can, if you'd like.
I would prefer not to, I think.
Then let's not do it. And we're not including any of the television programs.
No television, no, what was that, like, black and white horror movie they did?
Werewolf by Night.
By Night.
Directed by Michael Giacchino.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
We're not going to talk about that. It's not real.
Yeah, I don't like it. Fuck it. So Thunderbolts, sir. This film is known for its A24-esque trailer, where it credits a bunch of creatives on it.
Yes.
Jake Schreier, the guy who behind Beef, but also Paper Towns. Were you a John Green kid?
No, I was not a John Green kid.
That's good for you.
Yes, thank you.
And then we have like the cinematographer behind The Green Knight.
Yes, Minari's editor.
Minari.
Yeah.
The cast is all A24 pilled or whatever.
Yeah, we got like Florence Pugh, we got Sebastian Stan, we got Louis Who You Pollin' Man. You know.
Why didn't they say the writer of Godzilla X Kong? Why didn't they say that?
It's true. Original writer, yeah.
So, I don't know. This was pitched as more of a movie. Do you think that this is more of a movie?
I would say so. And you know what I was thinking is when we did our first episode talking about what we're excited about, I had this movie on my list.
And then I mocked you.
I think it paid off, though. I think I had a lot of movies on that list that have not worked for me or have bombed hard in my eyes, and this did not.
That's beautiful.
So,
I was thinking about that. I was thinking about how I relentlessly mocked you for putting this on and not Captain America or Fan 4 Stick, right? And I'd like to shake your hand and say I'm sorry. All right, we just shook hands.
Hey, we're both wearing green. Isn't that kind of crazy?
Dude, that is fucking crazy. It's kind of flippin' mad. So this movie, I would agree, is more of a movie. It looks like a movie. It's mostly shot on location.
Which is nice.
I've heard the director say that he wanted to do it in camera as much as possible.
Shot in Green River.
Shot in Green River.
Yeah.
Yes, Utah.
Utah.
They had the big old Utah Film Commission thing at the end.
They did.
And then they had a spoiler for the end credits scene at the end. You saw that?
Yes, I did.
Did you notice that when you were watching it?
Mm.
That was incredible. Why would they do that? Because other times I feel like they can have like little credits afterwards.
Yeah.
Saying like, why didn't they do that, Cooper?
No idea.
It's bizarre, Cooper.
Are we talking? I don't want to spoil. I don't want to get into spoilers yet.
Yeah, we won't get into spoilers yet.
We'll hold off.
So, like, it starts. I think the opening is very interesting. It was the thing that kind of locked me in very very immediately
Mm-hmm.
because it feels like a very meta-textual thing. Did you get that vibe?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Yelena, the Florence Pugh character, who may I say, pretty lady. I
Yes.
watched the movie. I looked at her and I said, pretty lady, and that added to the enjoyment of my film. I think. 'Cause
Right.
I could every once in a while say, I appreciate the pretty lady. You know what I'm saying?
Did you say the same thing when Sebastian Stan was on screen?
I mean, he was a gorgeous boy, and yeah, he was looking really nice.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard Sean Fennessy, I believe, was talking about this how little like he has to do in the film and also in the other Captain America film,
Yeah.
and how much fucking juice he's drenched in, throughout.
Just knows what he's doing. He's like, aside from maybe Chris Hemsworth, he's like the longest running consistent actor in this franchise.
It's bizarre.
Yeah.
And
Which I think I talked about on our Captain America episode that both Bucky and what's Anthony Mackie's character have now had more like appearances, years in the MCU than Chris Evans did,
that's beautiful.
which is like weird.
It is weird.
Yeah.
And Bucky is even more so.
Yeah. And who knows how much longer, like Anthony Mackie's just going to be Captain America till the world explodes,
I guess so.
Like-
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the Sebastian Stan is one of the last remaining like strings of fan enjoyment and attachment. Like people still really give a fuck about Bucky.
Yeah.
In a way that they don't for most of the other characters at this point. But yeah, this opening is Yelena going through the motions of like a Marvel movie kind of, or like one of these stupid sci-fi plots or
It's
something
like,
that.
I don't know, it's like you get up and you go to your 9 to 5 and you go home and you watch Netflix and then you wake up and you go to your 9 to 5,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's showing the depression of her day-to-day life or whatever, and how she's not satisfied with all this stuff, because everything about this movie is about depression, which we'll talk about a lot, which I find interesting. But also it's kind of it feels like it's talking about how bored people are with the Marvel grind and how they want something a little different or whatever. And I don't know if this movie is that too much. I think it is. It's better than the other Marvel movies, but I think it's just going back to what worked.
Yeah.
A little bit. Like it feels like it has some of that juice that people had, like Marvel had in the earlier days.
Exactly, and it's I mean, I think it's cat's out of the bag. This movie is a big mental health thing, and I think it's trying more than a lot of even the older stuff is.
Yeah, I mean it's about something, and
It is.
I was trying to think about that. Like, how many Marvel movies are about something?
Yeah.
Like Guardians 2 is about daddies, and Guardians 3 is about trauma or whatever.
Yeah.
What else?
Black Panther.
Oh yeah, Black Panther. You could say Black
Yeah.
Panther 2. You could say Wakanda Forever. You could.
I guess they're all. I mean, like most of them, you can probably find something. Iron Man 3 is about mental health as well. I would say.
id versus ego, that kind of shit.
But like, what is Thor: The Dark World about?
I don't know.
Yeah. What is Ant-Man about? I mean, I guess
even
it's
better
kind of
ones like Captain America: Winter Soldier is not about something specific.
Yeah.
Most of them are not about something specific. You could tie it to like a core theme, but that's just how movies get made. That's just like like there's nothing that's using the movie itself as a metaphor or the powers as a metaphor as much as this. I think Iron Man 3 comes close actually.
Yeah.
But this is explicitly about depression. Every single character is refracted through that, and the villain is told through that. So I was really surprised.
I think it's really cool. I think it's a cool design, obviously, but like
the Void Man.
yeah, I don't know. I've never seen that before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with the Void and the
Not
Sentry?
the Void, but Sentry. Yes.
Oh, interesting.
Sentry's, I mean, not an A-list character, but like if you're a little bit in the know with the comics, you know who that is.
You know
I don't know
he's
who
a
the Void is
powerful
though.
boy.
I don't know. I don't know about the Void.
So the Void is not like the B-side to Sentry, as far
I don't
as you're
think
aware.
so. I think Sentry is just pretty much Marvel's Superman.
Interesting.
In the books.
'Cause now it seems
it's
like
not a character I know a lot about, though. I'll be honest.
Oh, because now it seems like they're doing a thing where if he gets too powerful, he becomes the Void, or if his dark side, and and I've heard people say like it's the most powerful hero and the most powerful villain in one or whatever.
Do you think that like Void merchandise will like do really well at Hot Topic?
That'd be cool. Maybe he kind of has that vibe. You said something about that in your review, didn't you? About your fucking emo self.
Yeah, I did.
Being fucking Void.
I did, yeah.
What was it you said, sir?
I said the Void was me after listening to Cancer by My Chemical Romance in 7th grade, which is like a really sad song.
Oh, beautiful.
I don't think I'd heard anything that like just openly sad when I was that age. I don't know.
You fucking, your parents asked what was wrong and you fucking looked at them when you put your hand up and they turned into shadows.
Yeah.
It's so sad. You went into your room, the giant black void. Mm-hmm. Oh man. So I think the first little bit of this movie, the humor really wasn't working for me for a long time.
Yeah. I don't think the humor worked for me at all
throughout?
in this movie. Yeah, really through and through.
Wow.
And I don't know if it worked for my theater either. I didn't hear many laughs.
I'm trying to remember if I had that as well, because I do think there were a few people that were laughing, good chunk. But I think there's still the vestige of the clappers.
Yeah.
Out there, and they reared their ugly head at the very end of the movie, not throughout. Mm-hmm. And but there's only like 2 of them, and that's one of the worst feelings of all time when someone tries to start an applause and no one goes for it. My God, those poor souls. Those poor souls.
It's kind of like being trapped in the void.
So yeah, they went into the void right after.
Yeah.
And those people were laughing, and some others were laughing, and there's some genuine laughs that got the whole theater. Because it is trying to go for a Guardians thing.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's as interested in comedy as Guardians is.
It's not James Gunn.
It's not James Gunn. It's trying to be a little softer, a little deeper, I suppose, more emotional, and so some of these guys, maybe their humor is just deflective, but when they're in the vault at the very beginning, should we explain the plot, or just does not give a hell?
Basic premise is that there is a character. What is her name? Valentina, and she's kind of
Elaine.
From
Seinfeld.
She's from Seinfeld, and she's like evil Nick Fury, kind of. If I had to explain what her role is in this movie,
a corrupt government official, CIA president lady.
Yeah,
and
she's got a lot of skeletons in her closet, and she gets all those skeletons into this bunker to kill each other,
to burn them to hell.
Yes,
and yeah.
And then hijinks happen.
They escape, don't they?
They do escape.
But they shot my favorite character.
Really?
No, they didn't. But
that's a spoiler. We'll get to that.
What a stupid thing.
Well, I want to talk about that with you.
Yeah, okay.
When we get to spoilers.
And so this ragtag group of people have to join forces to stop Valentina and her terrible plan, which involves a young man named Bob. So when they're in that vault and they are supposed to be like hating each other and all that stuff, I really thought that was kind of nonsense. I mean, I wasn't angry at it, but I was just like, I see what they're trying to do and it's not clicking for me. But a lot of that stuff usually doesn't click for me. So I was having a hard time figuring out if that was specifically this movie or just like in general. That's just how I felt from a lot of these things. And as it went along, it started to work a lot better for me. It felt a lot smoother. But I don't know if I ever got to the point where I was laughing at anything. But it does take a good chunk of something to make me laugh in a movie, I think. Especially one that's not like a dedicated comedy. So I don't know if that's a huge distinction to make, or if that matters too much. But what would you like to talk about next? Because most of the stuff that I'm interested in are spoilery. But
we can get into spoilers, because I think a lot of what I want to... I would say that we both like this movie. I think we both feel about the same way about it, like 7 out of 10-ish range.
Yeah. One of the better ones. I mean, we'll rank them, but this is one of the better ones of this last 2 phases. And,
exactly.
I don't know. It feels nice to have a movie that feels like it's propulsive.
Yes.
And it's going somewhere with the plot. Mm-hmm. I don't know when the last time I felt that was.
Yeah,
When is the last time?
probably
we
just
felt
Guardians
that?
3.
But that wasn't even propulsive, like with the plot.
Yeah.
Like the larger MCU. You know, it's in its own corner. It's wrapping its own
Right,
shit up.
right.
When was the last time we were like, it's pushing things forward? You know, like because they've had this terrible. We'll talk about it later, but they've had this terrible habit of opening and closing things often, like with the multiverse in particular. Right. So, like, Doctor Strange, I really didn't feel like was pushing things forward. The Marvels wasn't. Eternals wasn't. Spider-Man really wasn't. Like, I mean, that felt like it was pushing things forward in the Spider-Man story or whatever, just because of the ending. Like, it felt like it was a tee-off or something interesting. Yeah. But, like, I'm looking at the whole list, and everything here feels like it's...
Yeah.
Empty promises, exactly. You know. Yeah. Maybe Shang-Chi is the last time because they have a little bit at the end where he's like, "You're a motherfucking Avengers, and we have some stuff to talk to you about."
Yeah, and they haven't really done anything with that, and I just think like the whole rework with Kang is probably that reasoning, but.
Oh, that's the one. It's Quantumania is the one. That's the last time.
But Quantumania is just so irrelevant now. You know, it's nothing.
But at the time, it felt like. This was substantial, and if it was good or not, that's up to you. But it was substantial.
Exactly. So I guess maybe Quantumania of the more recent ones, and maybe Shang-Chi. But again, they can't do anything with Quantumania now, and Shang-Chi is kind of, I guess, I don't know. I want to say lost to time, but they're not doing anything with it.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think lost to time is fair. It's just such a strange little group of films. I'm excited to talk about it. But we can go into spoilers now, I suppose.
Okay, you get 5 seconds.
I got 5 seconds of spoilers?
No, people can click off
and
go
okay.
Listen to a different podcast.
Or you can skip forward a lot if you want and risk hearing some tasty spoilers, but I don't know if the spoilers matter too much for this one.
It really doesn't.
First up, spoilers, they shoot Taskmaster in the head.
Why is Taskmaster in the marketing of this movie?
Because they want to be cute and clever with it. I think they have this boner for the times where they would have the trailers and they would have someone in there that they would CGI out or make different the Hulk scenes in Infinity War and they did that a good chunk of times. This kind of feeling of it's like a healthy and fun kind of misdirect that I feel like the fans liked, where it was just this. They weren't angry at it for false marketing. It was this like, oh, they're hiding stuff from us, and maybe if we analyze these frames, we can see that the fucking 3 spider guys are all there. Exactly. That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And then when the reveal is there, I think it's supposed to be like a holy shit, they just did that. Oh my god.
Yeah.
But you can't.
I didn't feel that way at all, really.
I don't know if you can do that about Taskmaster.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of an act of cowardice to do it if you're going to do that trick. Because the only reason you have Taskmaster there is to have that moment where you're like, damn, they just killed Taskmaster. the iconic character Taskmaster from the Black Widow film. And, oh man, we're talking about Black Widow later, but the fact that if you wanted to take that movie seriously at all, Black Widow seriously at all, then this should be a tragic occurrence. Mm-hmm. And there's like an offhanded line that's like, Yelena being like, that sucks, that lady went through some shit, or whatever. And, alright, it's so funny to me. I don't know, because it is an interesting power set to have on a team, the Taskmaster.
Yeah. But
if you're not going to use her, then it's not like there's any attachment to it, so it's not like a strong twist of fate. It's just a nothing thing. It's just taking that character off the board for later.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I knew the character was gonna die because just like if you watch the trailer, it's like pretty obvious that they're not in the rest of the movie.
Yeah.
I didn't expect it to be 5 minutes in though. Like I did not expect that.
Yeah. And I mean, I didn't either.
I thought for sure they would have waited and maybe done something more meaningful with the character, but because I think. One of the strengths of this movie is that it made me care about characters that I never gave a fuck about. Mm-hmm. Like I don't care about Harper's character. Like I didn't care about Red Guardian and Black Widow
Or the Ghost.
or the Ghost, and I'm like, yeah, these characters are. I mean, not to the point of being like Thor or Doctor Strange for me, but like, you know, I'm a little more invested in them than I was 5 years ago.
Yeah, I liked spending time with them or whatever.
Yeah, and they definitely could have done that with Taskmaster, but that's such a I don't know, touchy character for like fans of the comics because it's such a terrible rework of that character.
Didn't they make her woke and girl?
They did, but like they changed how her powers work and shit like
gotcha.
that, and nobody likes it. And so I don't know. Part of me wonders if they're just gonna like retcon it and do the real version at some point. I don't know.
Like
But
Trevor Slattery and the Mandarin.
yeah, I don't know. It's weird to do that, and it's weird to have the character on your posters or on your cereal boxes that they're selling at the Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
It is weird. I don't know why they did that. It just means nothing to so many people.
Exactly.
So almost every person that's going to be watching that movie is going to be like, okay.
Yeah.
And it's just such a... It just seems like a failure on the part of the marketing. It's just this decision that they're doing to feel clever and look clever, and usually they're able to pull that off like in the earlier days, and this one they definitely did not pull off. And so it's kind of just embarrassing, I think. But I really don't care about it. It didn't matter to me. But if you look back at it and look at the marketing and how it's like, do you think there's any like L.A. or New York theaters where they're packed with super fans and they were all like, oh, like I really can't. I just can't see that happening.
I hadn't thought of that. Yeah, I don't know. That's no, probably not.
So then, what's the point? I really just don't understand it.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't make everyone else feel disposable, because then no one else dies or gets seriously injured throughout the rest of the movie. So then it really doesn't do anything. It's not like the Suicide Squad or whatever, like adding stakes by killing off half the team or whatever. It's different. It seems it's silly. It's a little silly.
Yes.
I think this movie looks really great, except for maybe one or two scenes. I don't like the Sentry scene. I think that might be a hot take. Mm-hmm. I don't think it looks good. I think it looks bad, in fact.
I definitely agree. It didn't take me out of it or anything, but I thought that it looked a little poor, the fight scene.
Yeah.
I think the movie is like shot well.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like how it's colored.
Oh, interesting. Why?
It goes back to the whole like Civil War, we're gonna be all gray look, and I've never been a fan of that. And I don't know if that's like tying into the themes of this movie or not.
Yeah, you can make that argument.
But I did think it was kind of ugly to look at, even if the composition itself was good. You know?
Interesting. Yeah, I could see that. I just really like how tactical the fight scenes and stuff like that were, mm-hmm. and they were making choices with the fucking lighting and like you said, the composition or whatever. Yeah. You heard of mise en scène, dude?
Yeah, I know a little bit about it.
This has a couple of those. Not a whole lot, but it's got a couple of mise en scènes.
Yeah, they do a few of those mise en scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
French shit right there.
That's some French shit. That's my God. What else should we talk about?
How do you feel about the title change? This is something that I think everyone knew was happening. It was either going to be New Avengers or Dark Avengers.
I actually hadn't heard New Avengers. I only heard Dark Avengers. So it was surprising to me. I didn't know that the New Avengers were a thing. There's so many of the New Avengers. I do want to talk about the repercussions of that. Let's do that, and then I want to talk about the third act, because I think that's interesting. And then I want to talk about the end credit scene, and then we can move on. What do you think about that?
Yeah, it works for me.
All right. So first up, name change. This is the New Avengers by God, and I know the West Coast Avengers.
Yes.
And I know the Young Avengers.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about these New Avengers. Tell me about it, buddy.
I don't know if this is like an actual team in the canon of it. It might just be like a rebrand for a comic book where they're like, hey, we're doing New Avengers now. I don't know. So it's not like West Coast Avengers where that's like
a specific.
Yeah, that's a very specific thing. And same thing with Young Avengers.
Right.
So I just think that this is like a cheeky way of being like, hey, look at us, you know.
Right. I did look it up, and there are the New Avengers. Mm-hmm. There are comics with that and with different lineups, and some of them have.
I'm sure the title series exists. It's just not.
It's just.
I don't know if it's like an active thing.
Not a little sector of Avengers like the other ones are, where they exist alongside other Avengers. So there's not like the Avengers and the new Avengers together. The end credit scene with this new title scheme with the new Avengers or whatever, I think they have done Anthony Mackie so dirty.
Yeah.
With these last two movies, because they make him actively look at kind of the racial questions of being Captain America within the government system, and then have him still go back to being just I just work for the government, you know.
Yeah.
And not really have a stance on that. And then and his movie sucked, and its highest fans are like it was okay.
Yeah.
And then you have this movie where his only real mention is he's suing you for using the name. Is such a like it's kind of like forgive my language, makes him look like a P word.
Yeah.
You know, just like a stick in the mud. And that's kind of not what you want your Captain America to be, I think. Because when Captain America's being a stick in the mud, it's for moral values and stuff like that, not fucking like legal arbitration of the name Avengers, you know? I thought that was such just... if I was Anthony Mackie, I'd be pissed. Because then... no, like, how are you going to be the head of Avengers when the head of Avengers is suing someone for the little name? That's so silly to me.
Have you seen the episode of The Studio with Anthony Mackie?
No, I haven't. I've only seen the first 2 episodes of the Studio, but I loved them very much.
I like that episode. I think you'll like that one. I think it's episode 4, maybe 5.
I think I'll like it too. I really loved that show.
Yeah.
And yeah, I need to finish it because I watched the first 2 with my dad, and my father, he does not like the anxiety type beats, the uncut gems of the world.
Yeah.
And so he like appreciated it, but was also like, this is hell, you know? Yeah. So I think I should probably just go on without him. And now I'm watching The Rehearsal too. The Rehearsal is sick, dude. I love that show. But yeah, I will watch that and I will report back to you, sir.
All right.
So then what do you think this means for the future of the Avengers? Is it just going to be like Captain America has his team of the elites with the highest possible air quotes around that?
Yeah.
The heavy hitters or whatever, and then you got the little Avengers over in the corner, and they're like, we're the Avengers, and then they're like, not really, or whatever. They have to deal with that, and they'll just team up and become
they're just gonna team up because like I don't know what happens in Doomsday, but like why wouldn't you team up? You know?
Yeah, they're definitely gonna team up. It's just, are they gonna continue to be separate after the 2-part Avengers movie?
I don't know. Do those characters survive that movie? Maybe, I don't know.
Oh, I think probably some of them could kick it.
Yeah.
Maybe Bucky kicks it.
Contract, man. The contract's got to end soon.
Yeah.
It's got to be over soon.
And he's too cool with an actor to stay there forever. But also just the thing that's happening to Sebastian Stan the longer he stays in, and it's not entirely intentional on his part, is that he just looks really game, you know? It looks like he's sticking around and not through ego or anything like that. There's just nothing in the press that's like, I wish I had did this. I wish they did this in Marvel. I wish I had this opportunity. I wish I could move on. I wish I got paid this or whatever. He's never in the news for any of that stuff.
Yeah.
He seems just like kind of grateful for the opportunity, or if not grateful, just game, you know? And then he's got all his really cool artsy shit that he's doing, and so he just looks like a cool guy from all this, where a lot of people like Florence Pugh looks like she got into it during a rough time. Like, she didn't really know how rough it was going to be when she signed up, and then now she's stuck.
I mean, how could you? Like,
you couldn't.
Yeah,
couldn't.
She probably signed on in 2018, right? I would imagine. It's Infinity War. They're on top of the world.
Yeah. I think she regrets
Endgame comes out, and I'd be like, oh, I'm good.
I'm good.
Yeah.
And then...
And not only that, but she's got the Art House Fellows won over with Midsommar. Same year, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's replacing Black Widow. Like, that seems like... You're right. That seems like a great gig. And I think she regrets it. Even after this... Maybe not after. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, she doesn't really need it, I don't think. You know, because she got Dune, which is a cooler franchise at this point, and she's still got her We Live in Times. What else is she up to?
Well, she did Little Women.
Little Women, yeah.
She was like almost the star of that, and that was a huge hit and an Oscar thing. Mm-hmm. Like I don't know, she's always doing interesting things, and this is not interesting. I mean, Thunderbolts is the most interesting Marvel movie in a long time, and the most art housey Marvel movie. And so maybe she feels at this point like there's a well-reviewed, successful Marvel movie with my face as the center of it, with emotional ties and shit like that. Something I can be proud of. I did my own stunts, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That you can tote. I think people really do. I think every actor kind of wants to do a nice, like a big blockbuster movie with,
Yeah.
And they want to make something that stands in the canon in their eyes. And I think this might in her eyes, maybe, I don't know. So maybe at this point she's like feeling okay about it. But you got so many more movies to go after this.
Yeah.
If it was just this movie, then I think she would feel like it was worth it. But it's such a commitment, and she could have been doing so much other stuff. Mm-hmm. I don't know. It's kind of a bummer.
If they keep going on the track that they're going on, this is her second feature film appearance in 5 years.
Right. She was in Hawkeye 2, right?
She was just in the Hawkeye series.
Is there anything else?
Black Widow and this, and that's it.
Okay.
And so, if it's once, twice a decade, I don't know if it's a big deal for her.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
But Jeremy Renner's back in the news. Did you see that? He said no to Hawkeye season 2, and they didn't.
Oh yeah,
they're gonna pay him for half the money they paid him for season 1. Isn't that crazy?
It is crazy. I part of me wonders about if they offered him like half of a role as well, because and with the lady Hawkeye,
who's Steinfeld.
What's the character's name?
Kate Bishop.
I don't know.
Kate Bishop. Kate Bishop.
If Kate Bishop was gonna be like the full-on lead of that story and have very little Renner, and he was just like, that's the name of my character.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's twisting it a little bit.
That's possible. I don't thought of that.
But I also don't respect the man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't respect the man.
Why?
He did a funny app about the Renner fans, for the Renner fans of the world, social media for the Renner fans of the world, and he has some anger problems and shit like that. He just strikes me as a not great dude. I don't know. I feel like most people are not great dudes. I don't know. So I feel like the only people that get punished in this industry are people that like their appearances is like purely good dude kind of stuff, and then when we find out that maybe they go against that brand or whatever, I think it's the only time when people really, really, truly get fucked. Mm-hmm. Even if they're assholes and they get found out that they're doing asshole shit, people are just like, that's bad, but then they can rebound a lot quicker. I don't know what all that meant, but I don't know. I just don't give a fuck about Jeremy Renner at all.
You heard his music?
No.
Really bad.
I would love to listen to it.
Really bad.
I would love to listen to it.
Not a fan of it. Anyways, he did save that kid from that snowplow, though.
Oh, yeah, he did. And he got ran the fuck over, didn't he?
Yeah.
Forgot about that. What else? What was the other thing we wanted to talk about?
I want to talk about the end credit scene. Which
end credits.
Spoils Fantastic Four, which is fucking crazy.
That was really funny. So they have the Fantastic Four song right in the credits, like seconds before
they did. Yeah.
The teaser at the end, and that this is what's one of the best end credit scenes in a long time.
Yeah. Well, they're like it's pushing
Doomsday,
our narrative, our larger narrative forward, which is something that I think we got really used to during Phase 2. Mm-hmm. But it's weird to me that they would do that, because it really does spoil the end of Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does.
What's going on there?
I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, it could be that Fantastic Four ends and they're fine. They're in their little home. Ladies prego and everything's chill. And then the end credit scene is like beep, 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 beep. Oh man, looks like there's a damn Doctor Doom on the horizon or whatever. And then you see, and then in Doomsday you see the events before this.
Yeah.
Fantastic Four might not end with them going through a wormhole and coming out into Thunderbolts universe.
Yeah.
but it could. It very well could. It is. I don't know. It's kind of ballsy a little bit. It makes me feel like they have some idea of what they're doing, which is very nice because it's coming out in a year. So I would hope they had an idea of where that's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just kind of neat to know when Doomsday is happening and actually feel like Doomsday is being planned. It's not some far off thing, this far off notion of a multiverse colliding or whatever that they talked about in Captain America Brave New World. Yeah, I mean, I think some of the funnies in that scene are pretty bad. I don't like the New Avengers with the Z.
Yeah.
That was a bad bit. Bob is on the sidelines. He doesn't want to become the Void Man.
Mm-hmm.
So they can do the thing that they did with the Hulk and with what were the other characters they did that with, where they had to sideline them for
Groot.
Captain Marvel. They
Kind of
did
did that with Groot a little bit.
yeah, like the character is very powerful that they can't. They kind of want to save for a rainy day when in those movies. So it's not just like why didn't your powerful Sentry just whoop ass?
Yeah.
The whole time. I don't know. It was all right. Anything else you want to talk about with the end credits?
Not really. I just think it's odd. I just think it's a weird choice to do that.
It is strange. I want to talk about the third act because I think it's really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And made me like the movie a lot more because I expected, as many things did, for it to be a throwdown, and the other part of me was just like, I think it could just be a conversation just by how this movie's going, just talking him down, and both of those wouldn't be very satisfying to me. But then they did this whole dream world, Nightmare on Elm Street, Inception thing.
Yeah.
And I really liked it with like practical sets and stuff like that. Like I don't think it made a lot of sense logistically, like within the story. But I really liked it. They had a Nightmare on Elm Street reference in there. That was cute. Did you like that reference?
Yes. Yeah.
And did you point to the screen and say, "Look at that"?
I did not point at the screen. I didn't point at the screen at all, actually.
Oh wow. I don't know. I just thought it worked, and I liked their little group hug. I think that worked, and that's amazing that it worked. Because there are some times where the movie felt like a little bit after school specialty, a little preachy kind of, but almost never. And I always liked what they were doing with it, so it never really bothered me. But I think the ending is genuinely successful, and is neat that they did that. And this is one of the only MC movies that doesn't feel like it's super sanded down. Like, they do just enough like dark and gritty shit to make it feel like these characters are actually kind of fucked up. They talk about meth. I thought that was bizarre that Bob was on meth. I thought I misheard it, at first. They kind of joke about it, but also he's on meth.
Yeah, he's on meth.
He's on meth. And
he comes from an abusive household.
Many people came from an abusive household, it seems. And Florence Pugh got a little kiddo shot. That was a bummer.
Yeah, it really is.
I don't like
kids
that get shot.
What was U.S. agents thing? Oh, his wife is mad at him.
Oh, yeah. He's just a bad daddy.
Yeah, his wife won't sleep with him anymore.
And then the wife goes away, huh?
Yeah.
Bummer. Thunderbolts, baby.
Thunderbolts. Are we so back?
No.
No?
I think that Fantastic Four is going to be fine.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to look awful. And then I think it's going to be fine. And people are going to be like, it was good. And I'm going to be like, ugh. And I think Doomsday is going to be ass.
I agree. I don't know. I like this movie, and I don't know if I think one of the reasons that I had such a good time with it is that I went and saw this with my family, and I haven't seen a movie with my family in like 2 years. The last movie I saw with them was Guardians 3. And my parents don't go to the movies like ever. And so I don't know if a part of me was like, this is like a solid movie, and it reminds me of being 15 again, And I don't know. I probably shouldn't let that like weigh my opinion at all.
Why not?
I don't know.
I think that's silly. You can let it weigh your opinion, I think.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. And then we were like watching the trailers beforehand, and my sister and my parents seemed kind of stoked about some of the stuff coming out.
Like
later.
what?
I don't know. They seemed excited about Superman, and Fantastic Four maybe a little bit too.
You kind of felt like We're So Back. You had kind of a We're So Back experience.
I did have a We're So Back experience. I was literally back with my family, who I don't go to the movies with anymore. You know,
That's beautiful.
So-
Did you tell the parents like this is the one? Like if I'm hearing this is the one to see, or were they independently interested? I know your sister was independently interested.
Yes, she was. She's in love with Florence Pugh. I don't know. I think I did mention that I was like, this one is getting positive reviews. I did say that. Mm-hmm. I definitely did not say that with Captain America. And I don't know. I think my mom was just like, yeah, we'll go with you. Yeah, we'll go with you this time.
Well, that's
like,
cool.
All right, cool. Yeah, come with us.
Were they allured by the power of movies? You think they'll be back soon?
I don't know. Maybe if I ask, I don't think they will ever come to me and say, hey, let's go see this together. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I have to ask them. So I don't think we're so back. That's what I wanted to say, because I think this movie is good. But like I said the same thing after Guardians 3, and then the next 3 movies after that, I didn't like.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
This at least feels more within the canon or whatever, like in the actual universe proper, instead of in its own little gun world. But I agree with you. I don't think this is an indicator either way.
I think that this movie would have been more effective had it come out at the end of Phase 4. I think that would work as a good team-up movie. I think that you establish... I think it would just create more connectiveness within the Marvel canon, you know? Because it's the team-up movie at the end, because you have Black Widow come out in that phase. Mm-hmm. The Captain America show, or whatever it was called.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right.
And I think Ant-Man and the Wasp was still relatively new at that point. It's 2019. So I just think it would have made more sense to have this maybe like move where Thor came out and put this there instead, and move Thor to Phase 5. That to me makes a little more sense in my mind.
I think there would be a lot less dooming about the state of the union of
exactly
the MCU if that happened.
Yeah, and I just think it should have. I think it should have come out sooner.
But I don't think they knew what they had.
They didn't know, and I mean, there's obviously this is just like a hypothetical question or a hypothetical idea that I'm having of it coming out in Phase 4, but there's too many moving parts for that to even be possible, with everything with Jonathan Majors and then now everything with Robert Downey Jr. But if I think if I was Kevin Feige and I had the time stone, I would put this movie out in like 2022 instead.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I don't know. It felt like they had a lot of hot hands going into all those phases. Like it felt like Thor: Love and Thunder was like a layup, you know, and it felt like Eternals was this cool new thing.
Yeah,
it's interesting to see what actually worked for them, and it isn't a lot. Let's look at that now. I say this will be fun. So let's start at bottom. You say?
Yes.
Okay. I think it is more interesting. The bottom is more interesting than the top. But let's see. I think, do we have the same bottom? I don't think we have the same bottom. Because you know my bottom.
Yes, I do.
It's a little film called Captain America: Brave New World. It came out earlier this year. It features the Red Hulk, President Red Hulk, and I think it's an awful film. I think it is like the least functional film on a blockbuster level that I've seen in a while.
Yeah.
And I think it is by far the least functional Marvel movie. I think it's the worst Marvel movie just because of how kind of like offensively bad it is to me.
Yeah.
It doesn't offend it doesn't offend me like other movies do, but it just felt like I was having a fever dream watching it because of how fucking poorly managed and like just how stupid it felt that we were. And I really hated that movie. You can listen to our beautiful episode on The Rolk. But yeah, what is your last one, buddy?
Well, let me preface by saying that I've only seen most of these movies once. Mm-hmm. And I'm looking at this list, and there's maybe 4 movies that I say I fuck with.
Let me see.
Of 13. I
think I could maybe go 5. I'm gonna move. No, I say 4. I'll move this back. I'll move number 5 up.
Okay.
4 or 3. 3 are the only ones that I actually recommend to people.
Yes. So my bottom spot, my 13, is Thor: Love and Thunder. I think this is the worst MCU movie.
You think this is the worst?
Yes,
one?
I do. And I'm coming at this at a different angle. I mean, I agree. Captain America is in my bottom 5. Mm-hmm. I don't think that movie,
bottom 5.
I don't think that movie's good, or it's pretty boring. But like Thor: Love and Thunder, as somebody that spent most of their life reading comics, is like the biggest mishandling of a character ever.
The funny Christian Bale.
That is a mishandling, but just Thor as a whole.
Oh, Thor as a whole.
And like, if you talk to some like Thor comic fans, you're gonna find some haters of Ragnarok for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I think Ragnarok is a more functional movie.
Yeah.
This does not work at all for me. I think this is a complete mishandling of multiple good stories.
The Natalie Portman thing in particular, I remember hearing about her storyline, like the possibility of that, the cancer Thor or whatever, and I was like, that's fascinating. I really think I can see why Waititi would like to do that. That kind of blend of like the sappy, sad kind of Jojo Rabbit,
Exactly,
Wilder People shit or whatever, with the funny Thor. Like it feels like this will be an evolution of sensibilities, and it's bizarre that it's not.
Yeah. I don't know. Like this movie, as somebody that has read a lot of Thor, he's easily like in my most read characters.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I find this movie offensive. Like this movie pisses me off.
You didn't love the kids trapped in the little cage?
I liked your review of it. I looked at that this morning. I thought that was really funny. It was like things I liked about this movie, and then you said that there was a kid that was just painted yellow or something. It reminded you of when you dressed up as Anger from Inside Out.
Yeah, I did do that. This is a good review. Look at that. But I do agree with some of the things I say in this review, that there are things that I like. There's some juice in it. I think when they go black and white, I feel like that's the only idea that Waititi had that made him excited about making this movie.
Yes.
Was like, I think when they go to this planet, it'll look like Little Prince, and it's going to be black and white, and it'll look neat. And I thought it did look neat, and I said, okay, cool.
It does look neat. I don't think it works at all. Like at all for me.
It's probably the worst humor of the MCU, I would say. Like the part where she's just holding up the Bluetooth speaker and they dance together it lives in my mind forever. And because this is them using a lot of improv on sets or whatever.
Yeah.
Like this, it's been reported that this is just like what TV really kind of was carefree on the set of it.
And you can tell. And this has Waititi in like director jail for me. Like it really turned me. Like I hate this movie so much. I think it's one of the worst modern blockbusters for real.
I mean I think I agree. It's just like this lineup has like 3 or 4 of the worst modern blockbusters.
Exactly. Which I think our number 12 is the same.
Our number 12 is the same. Is it Black Widow?
Yes.
This is one that actually pissed me off when I saw it. Like kind of morally.
Yeah.
Just because this is a movie that felt like such a layup for me, because it's just like, do a nice little gritty, down to earth action film about a league of spies that train and abuse their members or whatever, and force them into a life of super spy. Make a fucking Bourne movie. Make a Bourne ripoff. People have been making Bourne ripoffs ever since Bourne. Like, it's not hard.
Yeah. And
the fact that they didn't do that, really, but they still made it about sex trafficking, is incredible. Mm-hmm. If they made a movie with the tonality of a Thor film with this topic of sex trafficking, and had the fucking audacity to be like, all of I haven't rewatched it ever, so I don't know if I'm like futzing things in my mind, but in my mind they seem to say like the stem of all misogyny as a whole, crimes against women, they're all tied to one man who is pulling the strings, making people do these terrible things. So once that is defeated, good job, men. All that stemming from this one dude.
Yeah.
Does it sound familiar?
Yeah.
They have a Sky HQ. They have a Sky sex trafficking HQ where they train all their people, and then she has to break her nose. I like that part where she had to break her nose. But
I cannot remember this movie at all.
It's
a lot of these movies, honestly. I'm like,
yeah, I agree.
Yeah, which isn't good, but
and they have jokes about Florence Pugh like forcibly getting her tubes tied and shit like that, and like it was just so bizarre to me, and this treatment. Like, I really didn't like the Papa and Mama characters. I felt like they were also like making light of really terrible things they did to their daughter.
I can't get on David Harbour's level in this movie.
No,
I can't
neither.
really in Thunderbolts either, but he's not a big a role in Thunderbolts is
And,
used.
yeah, and in Thunderbolts, they kind of forget about a lot of things, and they make him just like the dad, like kind of just the dad that hasn't been there for a little bit, and is trying really hard. And in this one, they make Rachel Weisz and David Harbour do some very traumatic things to their kids, and then play it off as jokes. I really don't like Florence Pugh in this movie either.
Oh, really?
I think that she's doing a funny accent. I really don't like the tonality of her character. I think it's really like glib in a way that is like obnoxious and just completely like mistoned. But the whole movie is like that, so I can't really blame her. And I think she's great in Thunderbolts. So I don't think it was the character's fault, but I hate what she's saying, and I hate what she's doing in the movie.
I think this movie is also kind of plagued by Disney fucking over Scarlett Johansson a little bit. Yeah. And I'll talk about that a little more. There's some movies here that have like behind the scenes things that have kind of ruined it for me.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's got some of the worst CGI in Marvel, the Black Widow, which is so weird because it's supposed to be. I feel like I was taking crazy pills when I was listening to the new Big Picture, where they're talking about like this is the last movie that like looked like a movie or whatever from the MCU and felt grounded and stuff like that. And I don't feel like that at all. I feel like this is just I really hate that movie.
Yeah,
and it just has a little, like, Captain America is to me just like such a fucking porridge of a movie and has nothing going on for it, which has it a little worse for me. Like, it's just not a functional film at all, and it's just like, why would you ever try to pass this off as a finished film?
Yeah.
Black Widow is a little above that, but maybe it should be the worst. I really hate that movie.
Yeah.
Is it your turn for 11?
Yeah, mine's Quantumania, which I know you have pretty high on your list.
Yeah, I have that a lot higher.
I think this is the like most poorly aged Marvel movie. Just because of Kang alone, you know.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I was thinking about this because I'm writing about this for my internship. How this movie is a total B movie. It's meant to be a total B movie, as all Ant-Man movies are, and it shouldn't be at all. This is like setting up
the biggest boy.
Yeah, the biggest boy, and it's the opening statement of this phase 5, and it doesn't work at all. And I know that you fuck with having character actors play CGI heads. I know that that's like there's some Speed Racer energy going on here that I think that you can get behind. But I cannot. I can't get behind this movie, and I don't really remember it, and I think that the Jonathan Major stuff is not good, you know. And it's just lived on as like just being nothing, and in my eyes it's just, I don't know, it doesn't need to exist at all now.
Yeah, it makes me kind of want to move it up a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm excited to talk about it, but is there anything else you want to rant about it?
I don't really have much to say about a lot of these movies just because they've went in my brain and went out my brain. I think though 2022 I think was like when I truly fell out of love with Marvel. I don't think there was a single thing, TV show or movie that came out that year that I liked. Yeah. And then this happened, and I was like, it is over. It really is over.
It's so weird because there was a time where it was just preference. It wasn't like movies that you'd walk out of and be like, that was bad. It was just like, I prefer others to it. You know, it was your favorite flavor. It wasn't.
Yeah. I prefer Winter Soldier to Guardians of the Galaxy. I don't know if that's true or not, but like that sort of thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I don't know, there was just a level of quality that felt assured, you know? Even with something like Iron Man 2 or The Dark World or whatever, they were still functional and fine. It was just like, it felt like preference. It wasn't like this, you know, where objectively awful movies are coming out, you know? My number 11 is Thor: Love and Thunder. It's not far above yours. I think it is awful, and a shocking amount of it doesn't work. We do get to see his ass. I don't know if you remember that.
We do get to see that.
That's cool. It's nice to see a little bit more ass in Marvel. Now we have Lady Ass and Agatha all along. We're taking great strides.
Is there?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I don't watch the shows anymore.
Yeah, I watched the first episode. There's Lady Ass.
Oh, wow.
Good for them. There's no nudity in Deadpool and Wolverine, is there?
No.
Bummer. We got to get Hog in the MCU as soon as possible. Yeah, movie sucks ass.
Yeah.
And it just looked like it was rad. The title is rad. The subject matter is rad. Gore the God Butcher, we didn't really talk about him, but he looks cool as fuck. And
Because there's nothing to talk about, and there should be something to talk about.
yeah, there really should
Yeah.
be. The first scene, people talk about it all the time, but the first scene in the movie where they do the God Butcher stuff, people are like, oh, that's fuck Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
That was so sick, or whatever. And I think it's fine, but it would be cool to see him cook on something or another, but I guess they had fun on set, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Sucked ass.
Yeah.
What's your number 10, sir?
Mine's Captain America.
Oh, beautiful. You want to talk about it? Anything?
Not really. I think you've kind of summed up how we feel about it. We have a whole episode on it. It's the most boring movie of the list for me, but it's not the worst movie of the list for me.
Yeah.
I'm not offended by this movie the way I am maybe Quantumania and Love and Thunder. This, to me, if you've read a Captain America book, this is what it feels like. They're so boring. I love Captain America. He's not this version of the character, but like just in general, Captain America is probably my favorite Avenger, but not by himself.
Yeah,
Like,
that makes sense.
Yeah, I think he's very boring alone, but on the team, he's my favorite.
Yeah.
But this isn't. I don't know. I'm rambling here.
Oh, I think that reminds me of why I hate it a lot. Is just because of they dare to try to be a political thriller.
Brave New World.
Brave New World is so
Get outta
funny.
here.
I don't know.
No, same old thing. Same old thing.
Number 10 is Wakanda Forever for me, which is
Okay.
pretty low for a lot of people, I think.
Yeah, it's a little higher on my list.
Because I love my Coog. I love my Coog boy. And I love the first Black Panther. But this movie is down. It's better than a lot of these other movies, I think, probably. But it's down here just because of how much it feels like a contaminated vision of something. And like they really should have just been like, okay, you have to deal with the death of Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah.
Do whatever you need to do that.
Exactly.
And they didn't. And a good half of this movie is dedicated to like setting up shit for a Marvel TV show that won't happen.
Yeah.
Like multiples of those.
Ironheart's coming out later this year, I think.
Really?
That show was supposed to come out like 2 years ago.
I thought it was done. I fucking jeez. I really. It's so crazy to me to have a chunk of this movie be about the passing of a real life person and how that's impacting these characters and these actors, and then have parts of it be CGI nonsense about setting up the Young Avengers.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I think it looks pretty bad. I think the stuff underwater looks really, really bad. And this was just right before Way of Water, so it was. We had the trailer for the Way of Water, and then we had this, and it looks like nonsense. Which is strange choice because I think probably what they're doing is just like that's how it would look underwater, dumbass. But then like they could have had a whole section of the MCU underwater, and they just could have done that. If it would look like Aquaman, that would have been cool. Like I don't know, I like how Aquaman looks, colorful and weird, and blue.
Yeah.
God forbid. I just don't think they put Shuri in a good place to the point where now it seems like they're gonna recast.
Yes.
Which is like such an admittance of a fumble, like and rude to Shuri as a character. I mean, I think Letitia Wright is she's on some shit now, right? She's anti-vax or something like that.
I have no idea.
She's got something on her in her closet, but poor Letitia Wright. Poor like this has one thing going for it, which is that they got Angela Bassett an Academy Award nomination for a Marvel movie.
Yeah. Which
is cool. I mean, she gets the crying scenes mostly about Chadwick Boseman, but the rest of this movie is really not that much. This was the one I wanted to rewatch beforehand because maybe it has more juice than I remember and it has more Coogler in it.
Yeah, and Sinners just came out. You know?
Sinners
no better time to rewatch it than now, I guess.
Exactly, but right now it's at 10.
Yeah.
What's your 9, sir?
My 9's The Marvels. I did not see this in theaters.
Me
There's
neither.
a few of these I didn't see in theaters. This is one of them.
How many?
I saw this, I think, on a plane.
Beautiful.
This movie is, again, I can't really remember much about it. This has probably their worst villain, though.
Ever?
I think so. Tell me anything about this villain. Do you know her name?
She's a lady.
She's a lady.
She was pissed that Captain Marvel didn't save her planet good enough.
Is that her motive?
I think so.
Shit. Okay.
I mean, I watched this a lot, more recently than you did.
Yeah.
Like when did I watch this?
I think it was maybe this year.
I think it
Like
was
a couple
this
months
year.
ago. I watched this like
I watched it
a year ago.
February of this year.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I do kind of vaguely remember this character.
It's there's definitely going to be an audience for this at some point. I think this is we've referred to this as like the sleepover movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's true. It's not for me.
It's not a very good movie.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that I just don't have anything to say about a lot of these until like a little later on the list.
All right,
This is one of them though. There's nothing here going for me. I think.
Then let's keep going. My number 9 is Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah.
Fuck you, nerds. I think this movie is ass from a butt, and it makes me sad. Like I think this is one of the great indicators of the death of our nation, and it really bummed me out. But this movie has a lot of juice in it. It has a lot of stuff I really like. I love the scene in the car. I love a lot of scenes with them just fucking around. But I think a lot of this movie isn't dedicated to them fucking around together. I think a lot of it is just their little, like, half sappy love note to old Fox Marvel movies. Half them shitting on it. Half there's too many hats at this point. But
Yeah.
but like just a big chunk of them being like. This is their introduction. Like this is the Fox movies' formal introduction to the MCU, and it's this kind of pathetic, half sarcastic, half sappy treatment towards it that I think is really strange. The mix of saccharine and sarcastic is bizarre to me.
Yeah,
And
it's marketed as the goodbye to the Fox universe, but it's not. Those characters are all coming back
they're
next
all
year.
coming back.
Hell yeah.
And they had such a weird ragtag group of them. Like, if you were trying to make this anything substantial, you'd have the the main characters, I think.
Mm-hmm.
To do this kind of the runoffs, the forgotten characters or whatever, is so weird to me. Because those movies aren't these cult objects, like, made with love and respect for the fans. These are movies that were reviled by the fans. Like, Elektra is a movie that no one liked and was made like in a terrible studio system where they didn't care about what those movies looked like and greenlit it off of just like it's a spin-off of a movie that did vaguely okay. There's no passion there, and the fact that I think a lot of people have had some hand-wringing about the fact that people nowadays know more about the studio than they should.
Yeah.
About like the contracts and all that kind of stuff, but we've gotten to a point where a major character in a movie was a canceled movie character. Like Gambit is someone that you would have to know that like over the last decade he's tried
like
to get
the
a
weirdest
movie
part
made.
of this movie to me.
He's so weird.
You know? Yeah. Like having to explain that to people, that the reason, I don't know, that joke.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I mean, it kind of works as just like this guy saying a funny voice, and he has a weird powers or whatever. Mm-hmm. This movie looks really cheap for me.
Yeah.
To me, like a lot of the sets, I think the fact that they have no artistic idea about what the wasteland looks like is weird to me.
Yeah.
It's the vaguely Mad Max, but it looks so fucking ugly, and then it goes into like forest area, and I don't know. You could just do a lot with this, and they didn't, and they're fine with that, and everyone else is fine with that. And it just seems so morally bankrupt to me, and creatively bankrupt. I don't know. It seems like so many interesting ideas sanded down into such a harmless little package that seems like it's trying to take the piss out of things, but is doing like the tactically the least that they possibly could get away with.
Yeah.
And I think it means nothing, and I think the ending means nothing, and I think it's nonsense.
Yeah.
All right.
My 8 is Wakanda Forever. A lot of the same issues as you had. I think, I don't know. Again, this is a movie that I have nothing to say about. You know.
Yeah.
It's half tribute to Chadwick Boseman and half setting up other characters.
Mm-hmm.
It's not interesting. The Chadwick Boseman stuff is all right. You know.
Yeah.
But there's nothing going on here for me. I didn't see this one in theaters either, I don't think.
Really? I think the only ones I didn't see in theaters were Marvels and Eternals.
I was so hurt by Thor: Love and Thunder that I just skipped the next few. I think that's really what happened.
That's fine. You have the authority as a man with free will.
You know what was coming out at the same time as Black Panther: Wakanda Forever?
What?
Like Tar and Armageddon Time. There were some kick-ass movies coming out at this point.
You're right. Banshees of Inisherin.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Spending money on other things. That's what I'll say.
That's beautiful. My number 8 is Spider-Man No Way Home.
Interesting.
Because I'm an asshole.
Probably your hottest take on the list.
Thank you. Thank you because that's all I'm trying to do. I'm trying to be a contrarian here. But I think this movie makes me sad also in a similar way to other things. And I think, objectively, it's created the biggest hype moment of any of these movies by far, and made a lot of people really happy. But I think it's so surface level, and I think it's celebrating an AD. It's celebrating being able to get 3 actors' schedules together. Doesn't feel like this impossible task, and doesn't feel like they're melding them in any ways that is significant and interesting and trying to appeal to what the actual movie's about. I remember when Spider-Verse was coming out, I was so worried about that just because what if I just kind of want a Miles Morales movie and you're putting all this other shit in there? I don't know if you should. And this movie does kind of what I was afraid Spider-Verse does with a lot less characters.
Yeah.
Because it does not feel like a Tom Holland Spider-Man movie. It feels like the death of his mom, his auntie, is really half-hearted and just is buried by everything else. And I think the ending is completely from a different movie and is really interesting and powerful Spider-Man story that would make a lot of sense in a Raimi movie, but it just was not earned throughout the rest of the movie. The rest of the movie is this kind of investor showcase of the fact that they were able to get 3 characters together from separate universes, from a different era of a company. It is in a movie that's entirely based on just the feeling of this would be cool, this kind of fan predicting culture we have now, and it was completely predictable to me just because of all the hand-wringing they did about the fact that they're not in it and all the trailers or whatever. It was not a surprise to me, and then it didn't do much for me. But also I have a lot less of a connection to the Spider-Mans than a lot of other people do. Mm-hmm. But I really love the Raimi Spider-Mans, and I liked the Andrew Garfield first one, and it did nothing for me. And I think the first time I liked it, and then as I sort of think about it, I liked it less and less. And these Spider-Man movies are so far from what Spider-Man should be in my eyes, and this is the worst example of that, of this being not really a Spider-Man movie, not really feeling like a Spider-Man movie, feeling like an event film, first and foremost and only. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Interesting.
What's yours?
We're on 7, right?
I think 8.
Oh, 8, I already said Wakanda Forever, so...
Oh,
okay. You just did
right.
Your 8. Okay,
so then you're doing 7 then.
My 7's Eternals.
My 7's Eternals.
Oh my god, wow.
Beautiful.
Great.
Chloe Zhao.
Chloe Zhao. Misuse of Chloe Zhao.
Yeah, came right off of No Man's Land. This was
Best Picture win, yes.
Yes, this was supposed to be before the Best Picture win, and then it got pushed back.
Yes.
I wonder do you think No Man's Land wins if Eternals had come out before No Man's Land?
No.
Isn't that weird?
I also think that if that happened, COVID would have not happened, and we would have had a different movie release schedule.
Oh, interesting. They really should have not pushed it back. Okay. Eternals is this big, grand, fucking
collection of characters that nobody knows.
Yeah, it's trying to be this thing set over thousands of years.
Yes.
Throughout history, these characters that have altered and touched history, or is the point that they haven't touched history?
They have ignored a lot of the big issues happening.
The Nazis.
They were told not to interfere
with the Nazis.
We got Brian Tyree Henry, who has
created
the nuclear bomb.
And
he's really sad about it.
I forgot about that.
Mm-hmm.
That's beautiful. And he has a gay lover.
He does. He's a gay character.
This is our gay representation in Marvels.
Speaking of I guess I don't want to call it being progressive, but there is a sex scene in this movie.
Oh, you're right. I forgot about that. Talking about
not a lot of those in Marvel. I think there was maybe one in Iron Man 1.
Yeah, back when they were real movies.
Yeah.
That's incredible. I forgot about that too. Beautiful. See, they're pushing things forward, but the problem is this movie looks like ass, even though it's trying to be this. It's trying to use the kind of the palette of Nomadland and that kind of idea of these vistas and kind of the muted color tones of that movie.
Yeah.
But it just kind of blends into the other gray Marvel movies and just looks like something's off.
Yes.
I think most people, they watch this and they're like, this feels a little different. I can't really tell why, but it looks like it looks sleepy.
Yes.
This movie looks really sleepy and it feels very sleepy.
It does, yeah. There's too many characters for us to care about any of them.
The effects don't look good.
Yeah. We're never going to see any of these characters again, though. So I really don't think.
We'll see one of them. I think after Brave New World and showing like how much ego like Feige has over like, no, Incredible Hulk mattered. You know, I feel like they'll bring them back in some way, or I guess you could say that arguably, like the celestial being in that movie is that. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I think we have to see someone, but we're not going to see Harry Styles or whatever, like the tease.
That is the worst, one of the worst post-credit scenes in my opinion.
I think
the
so
Harry
too.
Styles one, because he shows up and it is the. I think a lot of people dunk on Marvel for having end credit scenes that are like, my name is beep 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 beep, and bad things are going to happen soon, and this is the absolute like epitome of that.
You think this is worse than the fucking Doctor Strange or that kind of stuff?
I do think the Doctor Strange one will be it'll lead to something at some point.
Yeah.
This though, no.
Man, Salma Hayek was in this movie. I don't remember that. Whatever. What's your number 6, buddy?
Mine's Deadpool and Wolverine. I think what makes this higher than mine is that I treat this like a Family Guy, or higher than yours, that I just treat this like a Family Guy episode.
Yeah.
And I think it's the only way you can look at the movie.
I think that's true. I think you're right.
It does piss me off though. I hate that people were like, Marvel is back and this is going to save the MCU. I don't think it is.
It did nothing for the MCU.
The only connection this has to the MCU is the TVA. I think that's what it's called.
Yeah.
And aside from that, what's up with this? I don't know what's going on with this movie. It's really weird, and I think there's 2 other multiverse movies that I have above this that I think handle nostalgia bait better in my eyes.
Interesting.
So,
Spider-Man and one other.
Spider-Man and whatever the Doctor Strange movie's called. Mom.
Oh, Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah. I don't know. There's some fun sequences in this movie, though. There's a couple jokes that got me. I had fun. I had fun seeing this movie. I'm not gonna act like I didn't.
I think I did too. A lot more than I. It sounds like I did.
Yeah.
But I didn't. Not as much as I wanted to.
Yeah. But
I'm never really bad taste.
I'm not thinking about this movie again, and I don't know. People that take this seriously and treat it like it's religious text are crazy to me.
They are crazy.
Yeah.
And it's just sad to me that like, back in the days, if I heard that they were making a Deadpool and Wolverine movie in the MCU, that's the biggest event ever for me. Like, that's so fucking sick that they got to do that. And the fact that it means so little to me is sad to me. Mm-hmm. I don't know. My number 6 is The Marvels, which is higher than many, many people, I think.
Mine's Multiverse of Madness.
Okay. For me, The Marvels is... Oh, so the number 6 is...
What's your number 6?
That's The Marvels for me.
Okay.
And so that was your Deadpool, right?
Yes.
Okay. So The Marvels, I think, is kind of harmless to me. Mm-hmm. I think that...
it is a harmless movie. I agree with you. It just doesn't do anything for me at all.
Yeah.
So
I think Miss Marvel and... I think I like the main 3. I think they have good chemistry, and I like them in this movie.
They do.
I think that Brie Larson kind of figured out what she's doing with Captain Marvel, and I think she was put in a really bad spot with her first appearance, because she was in Infinity War at Endgame first, and then she filmed the stuff for Captain Marvel, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what order they filmed it in, but I know that they did Infinity War and Endgame back to back. She's only in the end credit scene of. Is she in the end credit scene? No, she's not. There is no end credit scene in Infinity War. She appears. The Avengers appear in the end credit scene of Captain Marvel, I think. Right. Yes.
And so I think that,
which is a scene that's in Endgame.
I think that she made the I think that's just the way that Captain Marvel as a film is created is just like it makes her have no personality in it.
Yeah.
Because that's just how the story is structured.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I don't think she had the. I don't know. She just didn't figure out how to balance that.
Yeah.
And make it likable or whatever. And then she said a bunch of woke shit or whatever and was obnoxious to people. And so she got ragged on and then led to this. And then I think she finally did figure it out, like that kind of balance of stoicism and like the girliness that seemed like she was trying to avoid, but also like embrace. And I think she found the balance here. And I do think of it as a nice little sleepover movie. And I really like the device of them all switching or whatever, and I think it's just kind of I think the cats are like I could just see this being a good film that a lot of people would really like find, and this would be one of their favorite Marvel movies like as kids or whatever.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it felt a lot more fun to me and a lot. I mean, it has a terrible story behind it with the director as well, but I could see what the director was doing, and I think it got through a lot more than a lot of other movies did.
Right.
And so it has more purpose to me than everything below it.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's vaguely something.
Yeah.
To me.
Sure.
Number 5, buddy.
Okay. Mine's Multiverse of Madness.
Beautiful. Mine is Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania.
All right.
You talk about yours first.
I think that this movie, when I saw it, I felt that it was both like one of the best Marvel movies and one of the worst Marvel movies, like at the same time.
I agree.
I think similar to like what's going on with Ryan Coogler, where he wants to do his thing, and Sam Raimi wants to do his thing, but you got Marvel being like, "Hey,
you gotta do all this.
You gotta get Patrick Stewart in there. You really gotta get Patrick Stewart in there. He's gonna come out in his wheelchair, and they're gonna play the X-Men '97 theme, and they're gonna get a boner in the theater."
Yeah.
And Sam Raimi's like, I have a good idea for like a sequence where Scarlet Witch comes through a mirror, and it's like kind of cool, and it has some life, it has some real life and personality to it, and I like those parts.
I like those parts so much.
I like the parts where it is an Evil Dead movie.
So Doctor Strange is my number 4, so we
Okay.
can talk about it together as
Yeah.
lovers. But yeah, this movie has a lot more juice than everything else, just because it has a lot of that Sam Raimi stuff. I think the ending is so much fun with the zombie Strange.
Yeah.
I think the scene where he fucks up every single one of the cameos is really funny. And I mean, I really don't like those cameos. I think they're stupid, but I like that he fucks them up.
I like the scene where John Krasinski gets his heart exploded.
Beautiful.
You know? Like I was like, yeah, this is kind of cool, you know. And that's I mean that is kind of the beauty of doing multiverse stuff, is you can just be expendable about it, but at the same time I don't care.
I really wish we went to more multiverses.
I do. There's
weird.
not enough. They have a montage where he flies through a bunch of cool looking universes, but they really only spend time in I think maybe 3.
Yeah, they have a green world.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like British. Yeah, weird. But Bruce Campbell's in this movie as a pizza
he's
man.
in all Sam Raimi films. Yeah.
Yeah, and then he punches himself a lot, so I like that. His name's Pizza Papa in this movie.
Yeah.
I think Benedict Cumberbatch is kind of a fun Sam Raimi protagonist. And I think Doctor Strange is a really fun Sam Raimi protagonist, and I really hope that Sam Raimi gets to do like a gonzo Doctor Strange movie, but that's not like hampered by him being brought on like kind of with like mid production. And
this was originally Scott Derrickson's movie.
Yeah.
I think this movie looks bad.
I think it looks bad too.
There's
But the piano fight scene, remember
fight scene,
that?
Yeah, it's cool. Again, there are moments that are really cool. This is like I think one of the only movies on this list I've seen twice. Okay, no, there's these child actors in this movie that irk me so bad.
Oh yeah?
Wanda's kids.
Oh yeah, those fuckers.
I didn't like them in WandaVision, and I don't like them here. No offense to these young children if they stumble upon this podcast.
I'm sure they listen.
Yeah. There's a sequence at the end of the movie where they start throwing toys at Wanda, and it looks awful and it feels bad. You know?
I need to rewatch this movie. It's a fascinating object. This movie and Quantumania are both fascinating objects, so that's why I like them, I think. I'll talk about Quantumania for a little bit.
Okay.
This movie rocks, and I think it's made better by the fact that Kang doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So that all the import that they give to it is really funny, and I really think that it's just. I just watched this movie with my pops, and we laughed a lot. We laughed when Bill Murray came on screen, and we died and went to heaven when MODOK came on the screen. I love MODOK in this movie. Yeah, like you said, characters, actor.
Are you familiar with MODOK prior to this movie?
Yeah, I was.
Okay. Right.
And I was really excited to see how they did it because he's such a silly character. And then when they revealed like what he looked like before this movie, it was like the masked up face, you know.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, you cowards, you cowards. You have no balls.
Yeah.
And you know what? They proved me wrong.
Yeah.
They have the balls, and the balls are beautiful. The balls are beautiful and shaved and plump, and they look like.
It's an ass in this movie too.
Oh really? What ass?
MODOK's.
Oh yeah. See, how could you not like it when when Corey Stoll's face is stretched over a gigantic robot man? It's awesome, and there's a big pile of ants, and there's like a little glob man, and he's talking about all his glob stuff, his holes, right?
Holes. Yeah, his holes. He's like, you have 7 holes, and he's like, I have not enough holes, some shit like that. Yeah,
This is a great film.
This is our Peyton Reed movie.
It looks awful. It looks really, really bad. But I really took offense to you saying Speed Racer energy. So it's really rude to the Wachowskis. This is Shark Boy and Lava Girl energy. Here.
Okay.
This is a beautiful. I mean, everyone looks like they're on a green screen, but there's something about this like fucking nightmare realm of colors and gloop that is deeply appealing to me, and I think it's really funny and fun, and I really like how dark they go with Kang, how he beats a man to death or whatever the fuck, and then the rest of the next scene is they're going, you know, I think it's wonderful because Jonathan Majors is acting his ass off in this movie, like trying to be the new Thanos, you know.
Yeah.
And I think that's funny. I just think this is a funny movie, and I will watch it way sooner than I think maybe any of these movies.
Oh yeah.
Maybe this and Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness are the two I'd watch even above the ones that I put above these movies.
That's funny.
What's your number 4? I think we have the same top 3.
We don't.
We don't.
We don't. My 4 is Shang-Chi, which is your 3.
Oh, weird. What is your 3? That's just so fast. I'm excited to see. Oh yeah, that's your damn Spider-Man movie. All right.
We can talk about Shang-Chi though.
Yeah, do it. Let's do it. That's my number 3.
Yeah, this is I think the best. There was a kind of a thing where Marvel, it seems like we're trying to make stories that feel isolated from the main canon. We can see this with Eternals a little bit. Some of the TV shows kind of have this going on, and I think this is the best version of that, where you don't really need to know anything else about Marvel if you want to watch this movie.
Oh, you don't think you need to know about Trevor Slattery?
Oh, really?
Just like that guy's an actor, man. They do explain him very.
Yes.
Yeah, you're right.
The first time I ever did a podcast, it was about this movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Where?
I took an audio production class my first year of college, and this movie had just come out. We had to talk about it.
What'd you say about it?
I can't remember.
All right.
Yeah. Probably the same things I'll say here.
We'll say it now.
Yeah, it's a cool action movie until like the 3rd act.
Yeah, I agree.
It's got some style to it. I don't know. I want to see what this director does next, just in general.
Oh, what is this director, man?
Brand New Day actually is what they're doing next. They're doing the next Spider-Man movie. I forgot about that.
Oh.
But they made short-term 12.
And Just Mercy.
Yeah.
All right. They're all right.
There's a little bit of life to this movie in a way that I think a lot of the other Phase 4 movies are lacking.
This is closest to the Thunderbolts energy.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Where, like, if this came out within those earlier phases, you'd be like, that was kind of like a weaker one. It doesn't have as much juice, but it was good, you know?
Yeah.
And it does that thing that they tried to do a lot with, like they talked about in the Marvel books of being like, this is our political thriller, this is our comedy, this is our whatever.
Yeah.
They like having different flavors. This being the martial arts movie and actually having martial arts in it.
Yeah, some cool sequences here.
Yeah, it gives it enough of a different flavor, and I think Simu Liu is a very likable young man, and I think their new Mandarin is badass. I really like his papa, and I think Awkwafina is good in this movie. I think she's better than most Awkwafina performances. I think she's fine. I think
She fits the Marvel tone well.
yes,
That's
she
what I'll say about
does.
her.
Yes, she does. I didn't think she was obnoxious. I think a lot of people really hate Awkwafina, and I think it's just because she's been so overplayed, and her kind of, I'm I'm looking at the Letterboxd profile of hers, and it says here she rose to prominence in 2012 when her rap song "My Vag" became popular on YouTube, and I think that really, and she just then released her debut album "Yellow Ranger,"
Wow.
So I think that kind of
like the Yellow Power Ranger.
yeah, but I think it could be a joke about how there's always the Asian character or whatever, and so I think you can see a little bit of why people find her obnoxious, as well as people have a problem with kind of her black scent. Some people say, but I don't know. I think she's pretty good in this movie, and they bring back Trevor Slattery, which makes me very happy. I think that's really funny. I don't know. I think this is a good balance of the ego boosting, I'm fixing the Mandarin, don't worry.
Yeah.
As well as just adding these new guys in there. And I think Benjamin says this is his little brother's favorite MCU movie. It cool. Just has the ability to be a kid's favorite MCU movie, where none of these other ones do.
I can't think of many other superhero movies with Asian-led protagonists.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
At least not in the MCU. I don't think there is.
I can't think about anything in the DCU either.
Well, that's cool.
I think there are some. There's some of the leads in Eternals, but
yeah,
that doesn't really count.
It just came out before Eternals.
It does. This did come out before Eternals.
All right, I'll quickly talk about my number 3, which is No Way Home. I think the first half of this movie looks like a TikTok, and it's bad.
Yeah.
But I think everything after once Willem Dafoe, who I think rocks in this movie,
yeah, he does rock,
says that Norman is on sabbatical. I think the movie is kind of on fire after that. I do think that this is bad for movies, though. What this movie is doing with nostalgia bait and bringing people back, but it has enough going for it that I'm able to forgive it. I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think one of the biggest flaws of this movie and the Spider-Man trilogy thus far is Aunt May's death. I think that I don't care about her, and it's a good scene and it's well performed, but I don't care.
Has no context.
Yes, and I think that if I, again, was Kevin Feige with the Time Stone, would have completely redone Far From Home and have had that just been like a Peter Parker Aunt May story.
Yeah.
So that you give a shit about her, you spend the entire second movie caring about this character, and then by the time she dies in the third movie, it's like, it means something. It means something. Yeah.
They make Uncle Ben's death mean so much in the first Spider-Man, and it's crazy that they weren't able to do just that amount of lifting through 3 movies.
Exactly. And I kind of view the trilogy as one arc of this kid figuring out what he's doing. Yeah. Which is why I think this hopefully next 3 will be better.
That'd be cool.
But I mean I like Homecoming.
I like Homecoming too. I think Homecoming is the most similar to a Spider-Man movie.
It is.
And then the second one is only like a little bit of Spider-Man movie, and this one is very little a Spider-Man movie.
Yeah. But I don't know. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about No Way Home. I think the second half is really strong.
And I mean, I think they really nail the Andrew Garfield stuff and make him look like a king.
Yeah.
And there is something kind of like how Endgame is this amazing achievement, not necessarily within filmmaking or whatever, like as a movie, but just as like how they pulled it off and stuff like that. And there's a little bit of that to this movie.
There is, for sure.
Like they made him, they resurrected him and made him interesting.
Let me also clarify that I'm not one of those people that is like itching for Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 4 or an Amazing Spider-Man 3. I don't care. I think you should let them die.
Yeah.
I'm not one of those people.
You think they're going to be in Doomsday?
It's a 50-50 chance for me at this point.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think. All right, and then I think our number 2 is the same.
Thunderbolts.
Which we just talked about. So if you want to listen to us talk about it again, rewind.
Yeah, go.
Really need to do that.
I think it's neat.
Yeah.
Number 1.
It's Guardians 3.
Guardians 3.
Yeah. It's Guardians 3.
It's a real movie, isn't
It
it?
is a real movie.
And it's not even. It's crazy that my number one is like a 3.5 for me.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, this could be a 4 on a good
It's
day.
a 4 for me.
I think it could be a 4 for me as well. I need to rewatch it, but this is a cool movie. It looks amazing. I think all the gloopy pink stuff in this movie is so cool.
Yeah.
I think their costumes look rad.
There's good CGI and there's also good like practical sets.
Yes. Yeah. And I think this is kind of a controversial film on account of all the animal stuff in it. I think I'm like 50-50 with people I talk about with this movie, whereas some of them are like, that shit made me cry. I love that shit. That was amazing. And some people are like, fuck that shit. I don't want to see that. And my mom is very much, she loves the first 2 Guardians movies, and she was very disappointed in this movie because she was like, I don't want to see that shit. And for a lot of people, I think it feels manipulative. What do you think about all that?
I don't think it's manipulative, and I get that if it like makes you uncomfortable, but you and I are sicko freaks, so I don't have an issue with what they're showing.
You can fucking kill the otter or whatever.
Yeah.
And make me sad. That's cool.
Yeah, make me feel
you.
something. Make me feel something.
This one
None
says-
of these movies do that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is the only movie here that makes me feel anything. Like Thunderbolts is like, I'm just like,
Thunderbolts
where...
doesn't, I don't know if it really makes me feel anything, but it's
doesn't.
trying.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It is trying, and that's why I felt as well. I was like, I bet if I was in a different mindset and this movie was a little better, I think I would feel something maybe. And Guardians did make me feel something. The rest of these movies, you're right, does not make me feel anything. It says fuck. This movie says fuck.
It's just fuck.
It's the first MCU movie to say fuck, and then Deadpool and Wolverine says fuck a lot more
It's
times.
like 146 times or something.
Yeah. But so that was very important. I think it's really interesting what they do with Gamora, because I think he was kind of dealt a shitty hand with what they did with Gamora.
Yeah.
And then how he like deals with it is really interesting to me. The Madman put creep in a movie and didn't make it like cringy. Good for him.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just a movie that has a lot of ideas, and I think it's so interesting to make the Rocket movie feature so little Rocket, like in like an actionable sense or whatever. I think that I like Cosmo. I'm looking at the poster here. I like all these guys.
That's my dog's name. It's upstairs.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. Not named after this movie.
He's in the castle?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I gotta go see him. I don't know. I'm looking at this poster. I like all these guys, you know?
Yeah. In Gun We Trust.
In Gun We Trust.
Superman.
Superman, please. I would love it if Superman kicked ass. And then I want you to have make Slither too. What if he took a break from DC and made Slither too?
When I got the chance to meet Rainn Wilson, we asked him his favorite movie role, and he did say it was Super.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
That's cool. I mean, that makes a lot of sense. What else would it be if he was?
I don't know.
his
He's not in
favorite?
much else, but he said that's his favorite character he's ever played is
Juno,
Super.
Almost Famous, The Meg. Oh, he didn't say Monster vs. Aliens. That's kind of weird.
No, he didn't say
House
Dwight.
of
He
a
didn't say
Thousand
Dwight though.
Corpses?
He didn't say Dwight.
Oh, so you just said role.
Yeah. So what's your favorite role?
Wow.
He said my favorite thing I've done is Super.
I mean, how could it be Dwight after all he's been through? There's no way that would be his favorite. That's so interesting. Yeah, I need to rewatch Volume 3. I've only seen it like once.
I've only seen it once as well.
I think only once.
The High Evolutionary is a cool guy. Not a cool guy, but he's a cool villain.
I think he is a cool villain too. I forgot about that. He's just like a pure asshole.
You know what I do have to say about this movie? I think it plays it too safe though at points. I think some characters should have died. I'm really bummed that Star-Lord is still alive. Like, kill that character off.
Interesting. Yeah, he loves him too much, right?
I guess so. But the way at the end of the movie, it's like Star-Lord will return.
Well, yeah, it goes to his
Star-Lord
dad, right?
His grandpa.
His grandpa, right?
Yeah, his dad is Kurt Russell.
Oh yeah, The Planet. That movie rocks.
Yeah,
These movies rock.
they do.
It's like if nothing else, these movies rock. But this is cool. No,
Yeah.
it's what a terrible. How many years has it been since?
4. We're in year 4 of this right now.
Really? Only year 4?
2021.
Fuck.
I mean, COVID really did fuck things over for Marvel.
Right. So you could say if you wanted to count 2020.
I really do think that if COVID hadn't happened, I really think Marvel would be in a better place.
I think so too. I think just having a more streamlined multiverse story would have been so helpful. To have those things lead into each other would have felt like it was a lot more propulsive. And then ending with one of these big Avengers movies, and you had Kang or whatever. But I mean, I think it wouldn't have been as good, like nearly as good, as the other phases, it would still be like a big step down, but it wouldn't be this fucking nightmare.
Exactly.
What a terrible nightmare it has been. We talk about movies.
All right, I will talk about something I watched recently. Let's see, I watched a Black Bag a couple days ago. That was solid. That was a solid movie. That is what I'll say about it.
Oh yeah, that's all you want to say?
Yeah, it wasn't really what I expected it to be.
What did you expect?
Just, I think, more spy thriller, I guess, and it's more just a relationship drama with some other couples.
Oh.
And it's very different for a spy movie, and I recommend it. I think you and your dad would like it.
I think me and my dad would like it too. We're kind of saving it for a rainy day.
Yeah. It's on Pisscock right now.
Oh, it's on Pisscock?
Yeah, it's on Pisscock.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm. I watched Ma 2 nights ago.
Yeah, you did, baby.
I watched it with my girlfriend, and this movie is not good, but I had a great time.
It's beautiful trash.
I had a great time watching it. That's what I'll tell you.
Is there any... Because here's the thing. If this movie was better, would it be more fun? I say no. I think it might be the perfect amount of bad. You know?
Yeah, this movie gets a little too much hate, I think. I think Octavia Spencer is so dialed into this character. It's so funny.
It's just an incredible... I really like being a modern film fan and being able to see what things stand the test of time and what things don't.
Yeah.
What things stay in the culture and what things don't. Ma has stayed in the culture. And that's not... I would never have predicted that.
It has a screening. Like, Octavia Spencer posted on her Instagram that it's coming back to theaters for one day, and that's so weird.
It's incredible that this movie is now, like, in the canon of horror films, like modern horror films.
Yeah.
I think it's awesome.
We had a good time, though. We thought it was really funny whenever she would send a video to the group of teens, who I thought were very charming in this movie, the group of teens. I can get won over by a group of teens very easily. It reminds me of my friends. And it looks like shit, and she's like, why wait till the weekend? It's 5 o'clock somewhere in the world. Don't make me drink alone. And that is, the past couple of days, Lucy and I have been saying that to each other a lot, you know?
It's incredible.
And it's Ma season.
What did your good friend Lucy say about it?
My girlfriend Lucy said to me as she was leaving my house the other night, "We just lost our virginity." And she's so right. She's so right for that.
She is so right for that. This is an incredible film.
Yes.
I kind of want to watch it again. This is the kind of thing that just is like, if I don't want to be a good movie boy, I want to watch something like Ma sometimes, you know? Like,
yeah.
It's beautiful.
So that's 2 movies I wanted to shout out that I saw recently.
All right, let's see. What did I... Ooh. Do you want to talk about Revenge of the Sith?
Yeah, so Revenge of the Sith had a 20th anniversary re-release in theaters.
Made $25 million.
Yes, it did.
For their opening weekend.
Yeah, which is good.
Crazy shit.
Yeah. People like this movie.
People love this movie. People put this along. This is their godfather. This is our generation's godfather,
yes.
sir.
I
actually think Interstellar is this...
Do you?
Is that kind of movie.
Interesting.
It's the...
I haven't really thought of it like that. I guess I really haven't thought much about what is the defining Gen Z movie. I mean, I have, but not in that sense.
Well, I think about it all the time.
We should do a Gen Z canon sometime.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah.
Because there's such a defining canon of the IMDb top 50 or whatever, and I think there's a new IMDb top 50.
You are a 2003 baby, and I am a 2002 baby. So we are prime Gen Z.
We are prime Gen Z.
That is 2002 to 2006 in my eyes is prime Gen Z.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. We are goated.
Yes, as they say on the internet.
Yeah. You had a very adverse reaction to this film.
Yes, I have always thought in my mind that this is a movie I really like. I don't think it's not like a top 3 Star Wars movie or anything for me, but definitely best of the prequel trilogy for sure. And I still feel that way, I think. But I couldn't get into this movie at all, and I think it's just who I am at this point in my life. Just not being able to vibe with this movie's energy at all. I need to live vicariously through a small child to watch this movie. I think
that's true.
And this movie has a lot to say about politics and corruption, and I can't get on its wavelength at all when you got Yoda talking backwards. Like, I can't do it.
I don't even know what it's specifically saying. Like, so we were talking about this a little bit, but do you think that the movie has a positive opinion of the Jedi?
I don't know. I think No, I don't think it does, and I don't think it's like weighing towards the Empire either, or the Sith or whatever, or Dark Side, whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it is George Lucas being like, I created this thing, and I've had to create. You know, when he makes the first trilogy, they're just like legends, you know.
Yeah.
And now he's had to go back and he's had to make these 2 other movies that are like, explaining its politics
Mm-hmm.
and where it came from. And now he's like, I don't know if I agree with what I came up with.
That's interesting.
And it almost feels like he's retroactively being like,
So why isn't this movie interesting, Cooper?
It is interesting. I just don't think it's good.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
I
I think there's lots of interesting things going on here. I just can't. It's so silly and it's taking itself so damn seriously that I can't get into it at all. You know?
Yeah.
I need it to. I need it to be a little more self-aware for me to be able to fuck with it the way I used to.
I really wanted to engage with this as an interesting object, and I really don't know why I didn't find it as interesting as I thought I would. Because maybe it's just because I've spent so much time listening and thinking about these movies.
Yeah.
To the point where like now it's what else is there?
I think the last time I saw any Star Wars movie was I was in high school, and I was a different movie watcher then.
Really?
Than I am now. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Those old ones are pretty good.
They are, and I still feel that way. I think when I was working in the mall there on Star Wars Day, my boss did put on the original trilogy, but that was like background noise while I was working.
Yeah.
Wasn't really locked in on it at all.
McClunky.
Yeah, and but these I haven't seen in a very long time. Mm-hmm. So
I watched the first.
Kind of went in with brand new eyes this time, and they did me dirty.
I watched the Phantom Menace last year when they put that in theaters, and
25, yeah,
and it kind of rocked. I was kind of having a good time. I think the Phantom Menace is more interesting to me.
Oh yeah,
just because it's this, like it's the kids movie, you know.
Yeah,
and it's got all these weird side characters and shit like that, and locales, and I think the young Anakin is fucking weird. I think the Padme stuff of her like switching with the like the alternate Padme and all the racist shit I think is funny. I mean, it's incredible that it starts with 2 fucking fuck-ass aliens speaking in racist Asian accents talking about trade and shit like that. I think it's so fucking weird.
Yeah.
So I find that movie really fascinating, and I really wanted to find this movie fascinating as well, but it's just kind of doesn't fuck.
Yeah.
Like I want it to fuck. And there's a big chunk of this movie that is like paced like the worst ever.
It is. Oh my god.
Wasn't it crazy? I bet you had the exact same feeling when they kept cutting back to the same like Coruscant, but at a different time with a different character or whatever. You're just like that they do that like 5-6 times of just like cutting to different characters having the same conversation in the same fucking building.
I think this third movie is such a mishandling of Padme. That's like the most interesting part of the movie to me. Mm-hmm. She's like the linchpin of this whole thing, you know? And she's kind of just in like her bedroom the whole time, and it's just like, fuck, I'm pregnant and I'm sad. And I'm sad, Annie, and I'm way pregnant, and nobody's questioning who the father is.
Yeah.
And that's weird to me.
It is weird.
Okay.
Maybe force come. Like
I was really distracted by how this movie looked. Especially, so the original trilogy all looks very consistent. Mm-hmm. Like, all looks like the same thing. This movie looks so far different from Phantom Menace. It's a 6-year difference. Mm-hmm. And it's weird to me that he would choose to have this be almost entirely all CGI. Like, everything is a green screen.
Yeah.
Whereas Phantom Menace does have some green screen for sure, but there's a lot of practical sets.
A lot of sets.
And it looks way better to me.
I think so, too.
And that's odd. It's odd.
It's an evolution of the thing. And this movie looked really like, pixelized.
That's just like the 2000s, you know?
Yeah.
That sort of change to a more artificial look. Mm-hmm. And I hate that. But I don't know. It is weird to me that they feel like they come from entirely different eras.
Yeah, because the first one was shot on film. Like, yes. Phantom Menace was shot on film. I think Attack of the Clones was the first digital movie.
For sure.
I think.
Definitely.
Like, and you can tell, like, in that movie, you could tell, like, the makeup is so bizarre in that movie just because they don't really know how to shoot it on digital. And so they're still working out the kinks through this movie as well. And so it's not this... Like, I think Speed Racer, if we're going to talk about Speed Racer, which is a very similar thing where it's almost entirely green screened or whatever, with very few sets is so meticulously thought through and is consistently candy coated and supposed to look artificial that I think that makes it work. And this one is trying to feel gritty and grounded for a lot of it, and I don't think it does work. I think General Grievous kind of sucks.
Oh my god, yes,
I remember
absolutely.
him being a badass.
Absolutely.
I think they made him less scary in post, like added coughs and like fumbles and stuff like that.
Those are George
and the
Lucas's
voice.
cough. Did you know that?
Really, I didn't know that.
This is a movie that I watched a lot of the behind the scenes for as a kid.
Oh, I
It's
bet.
a big impact on me. This movie.
I bet it did because it felt like a big boy movie. You know?
Yeah.
Like it was sad and weird and violent.
Had this on a lot as a kid, and that was I owe this movie my film degree that I just got 2 weeks ago. So, I guess.
Congratulations, sir! Is that
Thank
the
you.
first time last time we was on the precipice of it?
I had not graduated yet. No, it was a couple days away.
Well, congratulations, sir! We at the movie castle commend you. We have
go be a barista now.
Well, hell yeah, dude! Badass.
Yeah. No, General Grievous is a nothing character. He's in here just to give Obi-Wan something to do. Mm-hmm. And I think if you watch the Clone Wars, the TV show,
that's the thing.
This character it has a character to him, and he means something, and that makes this movie better. And I've seen the first season of that and nothing else, and yeah,
I think it's everything in this movie.
Exactly.
And it's made a great groundswell for like all the different books and mostly the shows to fill in all the blanks and make this feel like a pivotal moment and with so much baggage, so that I feel like people go into this knowing a lot more about all the characters and stuff like that. But if you look at it as a film, as this end of a trilogy, it's weird. It's really weird.
Yeah. Battle Mustafar rocks. Anyways, I think we're out of time.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I'll briefly touch on some, and then
Okay.
I saw Sinners again.
Yeah.
I really needed to see it again. It's great. I think all the metaphors really track for me, and I think it's wonderful. I love it. I gave it 4.5 stars, but I was kind of out of it when I saw that movie, and it was just kind of me giving what I think it would have been. And then I watched it again in IMAX, and it was amazing. And I thought it was definitely like a 4.5 for me.
Awesome.
And then I watched Face Off again yesterday.
Yeah.
That rocked. I just love that movie. I think it's one of just the great action movies of its time, like doing just the best of what it could be in that formula. It's just so cranked. It's awesome. And I Know What You Did Last Summer, which I think is like a charming. I just want to see it before the new one, and it's a charming movie of that era. It's so weird to be so marketed as the writer of Scream, because that guy was just being shipped around to all the different franchises and stuff like that, making all that stuff.
Yeah.
And this one really doesn't have like a strong mystery behind it, which is weird because it's the most mystery. Like, it starts the most as a mystery, like compared to Scream or any of the other ones, or H2O or whatever. And this is the one that has the weirdest conclusion to that. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I liked it. Everyone looks really hot, and
So it's a fun.
and there's
it's
a
like
hook.
97, right?
Yeah, and I love the summer vibes for it. I think it's kind of lovely.
I've seen it once, a long time ago.
Yeah. But I think that's pretty much it.
Cool. We'll be back. I don't know what we're talking about next. I don't know
What is
I don't know.
maybe friendship?
Yeah, we could talk about friendship.
Maybe Clown in a Cornfield.
On the cornfield.
I want to see that.
Yeah, I do too. That was at South by and I didn't catch it.
We'll see. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about shit. We'll talk about some shit.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
Thank you. Get out of the castle. We love you.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.